Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, July 11th, 2022. I don't have anything major to be adding to what I presented yesterday. So in that vein, I am just going to dive right in and do a quick update on what took place today and how that affects both of the counts that I'm calling preferred that I'm running in parallel with one another. So if this indeed, we're tracing out a minor fourth wave, there's the bottom of the third, the minor third, ABC, still looking for that turn higher. Let's open this up just a little bit. Well, a little bit more than that. How about that? Down to the 4 hour. See if I can get it open. We'll take a peek inside. So as we can see, it's still not that bad. And if anything, this is where wave C began. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C. And so everything's still alive. It would actually have to break 11,750, so below 49. Then wave 4 would be overlapping wave 1 within this sequence, and it would disqualify it and put it in as a failure right there. And we would know what to do, right? So if the market comes down, and I'll review that in more detail right when I finish. If it stops and this holds as a 4 and we turn and we continue to go higher, we can tomorrow, we still actually can wake up and get ourselves above 262 and do it in a day. Depends on how they want to interpret numbers. And that's what we got coming out this week. We have CPI, PPI, jobless claims, and retail sales. All will be showing some measurement of inflation on a retail level, on a producer price level, on a consumer price level. So we've got a lot, plus the number of people that either have a job or are filing for new claim. So 4 inflation indicators coming out starting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So depending on how they come out, if they come out and the market loves them, or the market wants you to believe that they love it, and some of the buyers just kind of move in and start, then that's going to be the ticket. And what we would be looking for is nothing less than what I've already been discussing. You can see on the 4-hour chart, the 200, that's a 200 EMA on top, that's the magenta. And the kind of limey green one is the 200 SMA. They're flat as a pancake. The 50 went flat today. The 20 wants to go flat. Only the 4 and the 8 are reacting within here. So there's a whole set of goodies that go along with trading basically an inside day with a little bit lower price levels and what happens once you break. So it wasn't the easiest of trading days. It was slow. Volumes are low. It is definitely summer. And summer trading has its own flavors, its own, suddenly you walk away just to maybe get another cup of coffee or just to do something, and you turn around, you look at your screen, and it's like, oh, that's what I was looking for, but you guys waited until I was gone to make the move. They're quick, they're done, we slow. So in terms of the counts, they are still equal. We're sitting in still a basic no man's land. I can count it as a 4. We still would then have a 5, and that 5 would be expected to break, first of all, break above 11,950, and then 12,000, but get itself back above 12,100 and then 12,200. So it has its work cut out for it. It being the NASDAQ, it being all of these component stocks. So Apple has already shown that 146, 147 is at this level, not a problem. And intraday it traded up there several times, held those levels. So plenty of money changing hands up there. So value for Apple, I think, could go all the way up to 150. So what does that mean for our friend here, the NASDAQ? I still need to leave open the potential for the market to turn, rally, and get itself up to 12,545. I still am more of in the camp that this is an ABC. We're in the C wave, and it will put in a minor 4, which leaves us with a minor 5th wave yet to come down, right? I'm going to talk about the other one as soon as my screen comes up, so just sit tight. This being a minor 4, we would still have a minor 5th wave down. And to be honest with you, it projects pretty cleanly. And once the 4 is in, I will fill in some blanks, but it seems to fit pretty neatly right at 0.382, which is 10,670. And the zone actually goes down about 10,500 plus or minus a little bit on either side. But definitively, it should be breaking 11,068. It needs, if a minor 5 needs to put in a new low below 11,068. Once I have the 4, I can put some Fibonacci retracements, and I'll just throw something up there so you can see downside. First thing I got to do is get rid of that. And I'm going to estimate. It was 545 was that number. 12,525 maybe. 12,000. 555, so we'll put it right at 550. Okay. If that were the end point. So these are just guesstimates. 100% is 92.37. So if wave 5 comes in, and this off of this level, anything lower is going to pull it in a little bit. But if it gets up to here, 100% is 92.37. And if I needed to adjust that by activating and take it down to that 50, which is about 2,300. Yep. I'll go one little bit more. See, it'll make you crazy, won't it? 308, 300, it'll work. You can see that the number comes up a little bit. It's 89.94. So it's still, we're going sub 10,000 to put in the minor 5. Then, as I've been discussing, that would then complete, if indeed this is the count, it would complete an ABC down on the intermediate degree, putting in the primary A wave. Comes next, a B wave rally, not to new highs, not to new highs, at least not yet. It could be decided later, but don't walk in with that belief that that B wave rally could take us to new highs. More on that when we get there. For tomorrow, continue to leave open the door that we can go up. And we have all those marked out in 12,525, 435, right up in there. That was, excuse me, where we receive would be equal to wave A. Very common, very acceptable. So we'll see. Now, if the market continues to break down from here, I'm going to drop down to the hourly chart to take a look at this. We go just from here. All right, so what we're looking at here is how it breaks down. This A, B, 2, 3, 4, 5, all coming down, all holding and continues to hold the 200 SMA, the hourly 200 SMA, very cleanly, by the way. Now, so the market, I think, is also holding on to the fact that it could likely turn and go higher. And otherwise, if it breaks this, it's going to go, because I would only guess how many stops are sitting below there of longs that have gotten in here. So break there, they're out. Thank you. We'll come up for the next one, which would be down here. But there's no reason that they would need to hold it for $70 or more. So A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a tight one, but I'm going to allow it. And then a 5, whether the 5 ended in failure or whether we have another little zip down here and then a turn, all to be determined. But again, I believe if the market starts to break below 11,389, we can start up here, 11,766 for all intents and purposes. And then this, we don't have support there. The first real support comes in down here, 468, 405, 390, we'll call it. And this is, I believe, 351, 11,351 should be support. Then we're out to the daily, but a break below there should pretty much seal the deal that this is done. If we start to break below there, that would be the next leg. And as I said, I would consider this a failure. Okay, that's all in place. The drop itself just means, here's your 100%, 8995. And then that's a C wave. And then we put in a fairly strong, a fairly decent rally in the form of a primary B wave counter trend rally. The trend will remain down, and that's going to go on for a while because you can see how many degrees. We would just be finishing, when we get the C wave down here, we will just be finishing the ABC on the intermediate degree. We still then have the primary, because we will only form primary wave A wherever this bottoms. Primary wave A will be in place, and then we'll be looking for primary wave B, and then a primary wave C down. That then completes cycle wave A. Then we have another B wave rally and a decline. Each time it's going to reach lower levels, ultimately to that target. And I know I'm taking up too much time, but stay with me. The target remains, again, over the long term. The target remains simply minimum down here, 6948. I believe that could be where cycle wave A completes. And then we still have an up and a down. So we're looking several years out. This is not going to happen this week, this month, this year. We're in process. So they're going to be big rallies, big drops, big rallies, big drops. I keep trying to say there will be plenty to trade. It won't always be in the summer. So we'll have everybody back on board and everybody be operating at full staff or whatever the situation might be, but we'll have all the players back and everybody will be here to trade and they'll be anxious and then it'll go. One way or the other, we're getting stuck in summer doldrums in the start of a down move. So it can happen really quick and the turn can happen really quick. So let's all just stay on our toes, even when it's slow. The strangest things have happened. I'm going to leave it right there. Our next update will be on Tuesday, the 12th.